Good morning, my name is Mike Olin here at Paradise Fleet Department, and I want to talk to you today about a 10-foot Martin landscape dump. It sits on a 2019 Crew Cab Silverado 3500, which has a gross vehicle weight rating of 13,200 pounds. What that means to you is that's a maximum weight that this vehicle is designed by Chevrolet to operate safely. And when I talk about weight on the gross vehicle weight rating, we're talking about 13,200 pounds. That includes the weight of the body, the chassis, basically the entire truck, any passengers you have in it, and the fuel, and to include payload. So whatever you put in the back has to be included in that weight. This particular one is a gas 6.0. It has, so it's a 6.0 liter V8 with 360 horsepower, 380 foot-pound of torque. And I'm going to pop the hood so you can see this beautiful beast. Alright, as you can see, this is truly a V8. It's a 6.0 liter. It's a really clean area. It's a Vortec. The Vortec engine's been around for, oh goodness, for a good 10-15 years. It's probably one of the most bulletproof engines Chevrolet's ever put out. This thing is extremely maintenance free, with the exception of the normal oil changes and tire rotations. These things are set up so that it has platinum tip spark plugs that typically get changed out about the 100,000 mile mark. Chevrolet uses Dexacool for the fluid for the radiator, and that usually has to be flushed out about the 100 to 120,000 mile mark. Other than that, you can see how maintenance free it is. So fill it up, do your oil changes, tire rotations, and keep making money on this thing. Let me walk around to the inside and show you some of the new features that Chevy happens to have that makes your life easier. First off, this is a full-blown crew cab, so if you want to take your entire crew, you can put grown men in here. You've got 3 in the back, 3 in the front, so you can take 6 if you need to. I particularly really don't want to take 6, but you know, there's always that one guy you don't want to take. But the law says you gotta. What do you do? This particular one happens to have power windows, power door locks. It has remote keyless entry, so I can lock and unlock it from my fob. A lot of work trucks are just key driven without the fob, so this is another luxury thing, the way we do business. I'm going to show you inside this mirror really quick, as long as I got the mirror open. This is a towing mirror. Inside here you have 2 LED lights that light up the side of each the truck. Well, you got 2 on each side. You also have the turn signal inside. These are towing mirrors, and they do pull out, so they do extend out based on your need. Okay, they're not the old power ones that pull out. These actually you have to do manual. A little labor never hurt. I'm gonna put this thing back so I can get it in there. And I'm going to show you just a couple features up on this vehicle, up close and personal. First off, we have what's called an integrated trailer brake controller. What this does is if you're towing a trailer behind you, you're using this allows you to utilize some of the trailer's brakes and not just put all the brakes off on your system itself, your truck. As you get up inside here, the dash, we have the same thing on the dash on this. This is our computer. Obviously we're low fuel because it sits on the lot right now, but don't worry, when you buy it, we'll fill it. Alright, so as I turn this dial, it goes through and it brings up different things on the computer. You can reset anything by holding that button down, or almost anything. This one tells you your remaining oil life. What does the oil life indicator do? It reads the viscosity of the oil, thickness and thinness, and basically tells you when it goes from 100 all the way down to 0. So when you get to about 20%, you want to call the service department and schedule your oil change, because it'll take you a couple weeks to get in based on how busy they are. This one tells you transmission fluid temperature. There's your trailer brake gain and control, so how much of the brakes you want to use in the back. How many engine hours are on here, not just miles. And right, it tells you your speed and trip. Okay, obviously our fuel range is low. This particular one, we order ours with cruise control. This is a tow haul feature. You can shift this into M mode, manual. Over here, this is the MyLink system. Real cool system. Takes you about 30 seconds to pair your phone. The projection technology is extremely cool. So if everybody has phones now, so if you want to utilize the projection technology, or you can call it Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, what you'll do is you'll hook your USB port cord to your phone and plug it in the USB port in the center. You got two USB ports, auxiliary input, and you have a power port to plug in your phone. So whatever you plug, when you plug that in, your navigation will pop up on this screen. So now you can actually utilize your navigation on the screen, and it comes through the speakers, so you can hear just like normal navigation. So when it tells you to turn here, you can see your little vehicle on the screen. Down below, traction control, or StabiliTrak. The purpose of this, it keeps your wheels spinning at the same constant speed. So the computer reads the two rear wheels. If one is turning faster than the other, it will pulsate brake up to 1,000 times a second just to slow down the vehicle, that particular wheel, so it equals the speed of the other. The only time you ever want to take this off, disengage it, is if you're stuck in the snow or the mud. Okay, on the sides, this is the MDO, which is medium duty overlay material, basically plywood resin over top of it. So it's really good for outdoors. It has a higher resistance to weather than obviously plywood. It's also, when we talk about, it's lighter than steel, so these handles here help you lift it off. These are disconnectors, all you do is lift up and pull them both, and two people take this out so nobody hurts themselves. Down below we got rungs. The purpose of these rungs is so in case you put a net over top to keep the dirt inside, so it's not going back on the cars behind it, which is kind of nice and polite. You've got rungs on both sides so you can tie and strap them down. Coming across here, this right here is the pinning for the right door. When I open up the right door, there's a little pin that stays in, puts it in here, so when you're dumping, the door doesn't go closed on you. And I'll show you the feature, how that works on the other side. We're going to come around the back, and we're going to open these doors. First thing you do is lift this thing up, pull it out of the way, remove that pin I was talking about, and on the inside, what do you see? You see nice wood, a wood floor that's been treated for the weather, so this will last you quite a long time. If you're looking right down here, as long as we're here, we've got the lights are covered with a steel mesh material that helps reduce the probability of them getting broke by gravel, etc. We happen to have a hitch in case you want to tow something. The gas engine tows up to 13,000 pounds from the hitch, but you do have to take in a little consideration for the weight of the body. Okay, coming around the back, I'm going to open this thing all the way up. So you can see exactly where we put these little pins, right in like this. That keeps the door from going anywhere when you open it up to dump. Okay. Again, these are 42 inches high, and it's out of MDO, or medium duty overlay with resin. Perfect. And here, right here, those are two LED lights that we talked about. So when you turn on the switch in the cab, it lights up the sides so you guys can work late at night if you want to. Particularly, I don't want to, but if you want to. I'd like to thank you guys for stopping in, taking a look at this video. We certainly appreciate the time out of your day. Should you have any questions about this vehicle or any custom needs for fleet, please contact the Paradise Chevrolet Commercial Fleet Department. Have a great day. Doc out.